of Moshe Rabbeinu. So that tells us, "Vayelech ish mibet Levi, vayikach et bet Levi." All these people of Bet Levi, vayikach et bet Levi, who they're referring to? Ish mibet Levi is Amram. What is Amram? How is he related to Levi?
Grandson.
Grandson. And Yocheved,
Daughter.
his daughter. Very good. So we're happy we accepted you to the Yeshiva. So, what does it mean? Vayelech ish bet Levi vayikach bet Levi. It says when he went. He went. It says he alach ba'atzad bito. He went with the advice of his daughter. It says after Paro made the decree, that we have to throw every zakat, every male baby to the river, to the ocean. At that time, Amram said, "What are we doing? Stay together. We have children. They're going to throw them. They're going to kill them." He says, "I'm going to leave my wife." He gave a divorce, a get to his wife, and that's it. It says after that, all of Am Yisrael, being that he's the Gadol Ador is getting divorced from his wife. Everybody got divorced from their wives. Rabbi Kolodetsky was here, and he spoke. He says, you think about it, what's the chut that Amram and Yocheved have to have Moshe Rabbeinu as a son? His son? That's because he took Mutar from his little daughter. How old was Miriam at the time?
5.
6 years old, I think. 5.5. 6 years old. She was 6 years old, Miriam. But now, after he said it, now I'm reading the Midrash again. I'm thinking about it. It wasn't just okay. He just got divorced from his wife, and she gave him some advice. Imagine. Now, everybody, the whole Am Yisrael, they got divorced from their wives because of him. Imagine what that means. Everybody giving gifting, getting divorced, wife, that's it. And now, he comes, Amram, he gets up the next day, he says, okay, Rabotai, I'm getting married again. But what happened? You just broke up with your wife, just got divorced. No, my little daughter over here, she's right over here, she's 6 years old, says she gave me some advice, and she told me, what did she tell me? That you're worse than Paro, because Paro only decree on the male, you also on the female. Paro, it says, Paro's decree, the guy could, if a person is born to the world, if he gets killed, he goes to Olam Haba. According to you, you're not even get to give with the baby the neshama a chance to go to Olam Haba, right? Also, Paro's decree, maybe will come out, maybe exist, maybe won't. Your decree, for sure, you won't bring the child to the world, maybe be saved. So he gets up over there, Gadol Ador, and brings his little baby, his little daughter, and says, "Listen, my daughter told me this logic, so therefore I'm getting back married to my wife." So I think everybody should get married to their wife. I can look at the people. But you willing to give up your pride for the emet. So, and you zocheh Moshe Rabbeinu. And then I thought of it also. Hashem always pays midah kineged midah. Moshe Rabbeinu, we know what was he? Moshe Rabbeinu. What was he?
No.
Famous for? The Moshe Sha'anam Kol Adam, he's the most humble person. You humble yourself in front of all of Am Yisrael. They say, I made a mistake. You get rewarded the most humble Gadol ever in the history. Unbelievable. Okay, so this is the Midrash that everybody knows. Okay? We know also that what came out of this, we're listening to Miriam, but all that wanted to decree against they have to kill every baby. At the end, whatever he tried to do, it came back, boomerang in his face. Not only he didn't kill Moshe Rabbeinu, but he brought him up, He gave him food, he gave him money, took care of him, he played around with him as a baby, and that was like his son. Okay, so Hashem is telling us, look, you want to outsmart me? I'm going to show you. Like I tell the boys sometimes, guys tell me, Rabbi, I will never wear a black hat in my life. Telling you, Rabbi, I'll never wear a black hat. So I tell them, listen, I don't know if a black hat is a good thing or a bad thing, but one thing I know, when you want to teach Hashem, show him a lesson, you're not going to have a black hat at the end, you're going to have a fur hat at the end. Don't try to threaten Hashem, don't try to challenge Hashem, I'm not going to do this, because Hashem is going to get you on your feet at the end, and He's going to show you exactly who is running the show over here. Okay? So we know what came out of this, that Hashem was in it. This is a very important yesod we have to talk about and learn, and live with this. If we are Bnei Torah people, we're going to Torah, this is how we have to live our lives. We do not live our lives according to our feelings, and what we feel right is wrong, what's right and wrong. We live our life according to what the Torah tells us is right and wrong. So of course in the feelings, Amram was right. Imagine, they would have had a baby boy, and had to take the baby boy, throw him into the river. What a tzad! Like the wife was just pregnant for 9 months, carrying the baby. They just came these Rishaim, and they took the baby. Who would want to come to such a situation? Just forget about it. But according to Torah, this is wrong, according to what Miriam said. So we do what the Torah tells us. There was a story in Europe. There was a rabbi, a great rabbi, he was called the Netziv. And he had a yeshiva. And the time in Germany, they wanted to make a decree. They said, if you have a yeshiva, you have a school, you have to also learn secular studies in the school. You can continue yeshiva, you can continue yeshiva, but you have to also have secular studies. He went. It was hard for him to take it on his shoulders to make the decision. What all the rabbis, everybody said, yeah, it's better. At least you still have the yeshiva running. Whatever he can do, he can do. He went to the Beit HaLevi, and he asked him. He was very strong. He was the Dar Torah. He said, better to close the yeshiva and not to mix the secular studies with the yeshiva. He says, this is not the Torah that we got. This is not how we teach the Torah over. So, close the yeshiva. And that's what he did. And he closed the yeshiva. Imagine, tremendous yeshiva. Gadol Ador. Comes one morning, he says, okay, boys, we're sorry, but we got to close down. What, there's no money? No, we have money. What happened? No. There's no money. Where are we going to go, Rabbi? What do you want us to do? What can I do? This is the Pesach. What a tzar. The Hafetz Chaim said on this, he says this was the Hatzalah of the Torah of Europe at the time. When the Germans came, they wiped out that whole entire town. If the yeshiva was there, there would not be anybody left. Because they closed down, they dispersed, and they started opening up different yeshivot all over Europe, and a lot of the people were saved, and the Torah continued. He writes a letter to his son, and he tells his son, writing it in the letter, he tells his son, I want you to make sure that if this ever comes up again, they have yeshiva, you'll never mix it. We have to know yeshiva, this is something else. And he says, it was worth it for me. He said after that, he got sick from the tzad, from the pain, and he passed away. And he says, even though I gave up my life for this, and I closed the yeshiva, it's worth it for me to give up my life to stick to the emet of the Torah. To our current events, So we know that they now are freeing the hostages. It's a very, very hard feeling. They freed 3 hostages. They let go a few, 90 Rotzim murderers. Now, none of these murderers, they said, we wanted to we feel bad about what we did. They're leaving and they're saying, we are coming back to kill you. We are proud of what we did. How do you let these people out? Very hard. Not people, not human beings. Yes, how do you even let them out? So it hurts us. Doesn't make sense. The 3 people, we're very happy, we're excited that they came home. But how we're letting them out? And we still have more people that are still hostage. But according to the Pesach, at the time of Yosef, and they continue that this is called Vadai Pikuach Nefesh, and this is Safek Pikuach Nefesh. So we have to let these Rotzim leave to save 3 Jews, save 1 Jew. Look what strength the Torah is telling us. Unbelievable, right? Doesn't make sense even. Torah is telling us like this, that's what we do. And we're going to see, hopefully, with great miracles from this, that I know, again, happens to be, usually the government doesn't go according to what the Torah tells us, not this time, happens to be, went with the Torah. So, Baruch Hashem, so we're going to see, hopefully, miracles of this. But we have to, again, put our heads all the time, dependent on the Torah, live our lives. What does the Torah tell us, and what's the Hiddus over here? Even if it looks like you are now extinguishing the Torah, you're putting out the Torah, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you have to even looks like you're giving up on Torah in order to save the Torah. Of course, we need Gidolei Yisrael to direct us and tell us when to do things and how to do things, but this is the Yesod. Torah is not for us to decide and take it into our hands, and it's good, it's right, the feelings, no. Torah tells us that's what we have to do, that's what we have to abide by, that's what we have to live by, and like I always say, thank you for helping out Hashem, but he could do it on his own. Okay? If he tells us what to do, we don't have to help him out. He will, for sure, he has a plan, and there's going to be a good ending. Have a great day.